I caught her red-handed at 3 a.m., sneaking through my backyard like a thief in the night. The HOA president, Laura Bennett, was tampering with my water tank, siphoning off thousands of gallons, and jacking up my bill from $80 to $650 in months. What Laura didn't know was that my tank was tied to the entire neighborhood's water system, and I could turn her world upside down. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. I want to see who's diving into this wild revenge tale with me. 6 months ago, I moved to Pineview Estates, chasing a fresh start after a brutal divorce left me with just my engineering degree and some savings. The neighborhood seemed like a dream: modern homes, eco-friendly features, and an HOA promising to keep things pristine. As a water systems engineer with 15 years of experience, I was thrilled by their rainwater collection tanks, designed to keep bills under $100, even in droughts. For 3 months it worked. Then April hit with a $350 water bill. I chalked it up to a glitch. May's bill was $500. By June, I was staring at a $650 bill for water usage that made no sense for a single guy working 10-hour days. Suspicious, I started tracking my tank's levels daily. Within a week, I noticed sharp drops between 2 and 5 p.m. While I was at work. No leaks, no excessive use, something was off. My first HOA meeting was a wake-up call. Laura, a polished woman in her 50s with a frozen smile, ran the show like a dictator. When I raised concerns about water usage, she shut me down. Mr. Carter, our award-winning system is flawless. Perhaps you should review your habits. Her cronies, led by Vice President Greg Lawson, snickered. After the meeting, an elderly resident, Evelyn Moore, pulled me aside. Check your backyard connections, she whispered. There've been issues before. That weekend, I spotted Laura slinking away from my tank. Footprints in the soil confirmed my suspicions. With help from my neighbor, Tom Reynolds, an IT guy, we set up motion-activated cameras. 3 days later, we had proof: Laura sneaking in at 2:15 p.m., hooking up a hose to my tank, and diverting water to her property. This is theft, Tom said, shaking his head. Then a certified HOA letter arrived, accusing me of tampering with the water system and demanding I remove my cameras or face $100 daily fines. Laura's note read, "We value privacy in Pineview. I hope you understand." The threat only fueled my resolve. I contacted the neighborhood's developer, claiming I needed blueprints for a renovation. After some back and forth, I got them. Studying the plans, I nearly spilled my coffee. My tank wasn't just linked to Laura's, it was a hub for the entire neighborhood's secondary water supply. I held the keys to their water flow. Over coffee with Evelyn, I learned Laura had ousted the previous HOA president after he probed water discrepancies. Since then, fees have spiked 70% with no transparency. Evelyn dropped a bombshell. Laura had a hidden pool, banned by city and HOA rules, disguised as a water feature, under a retractable deck. She even charged friends for access. With Tom's drone, we captured footage of Laura's secret pool parties. I installed a hidden water meter to track her theft. My lawyer friend, Michael Reed, confirmed it was serious. Water theft is a felony here, especially in drought season. She's abusing her power. Laura ramped up her attacks, fines for my grass being too long, my mailboxes wrong color. Greg cornered me, warning, "Laura runs this place. Cross her, and you're done." The last guy who tried lost his job. But I wasn't backing down. At an emergency HOA meeting, Laura pushed a bylaw to ban monitoring equipment, targeting my cameras. I called her out. "Why's my bill up 800% with no usage? Is someone diverting water?" The room went silent. Laura snapped, "Newcomers don't question how we run things." The bylaw passed, but I'd planted doubts. That night, I installed a remote-controlled valve. When Laura tried to steal water, I shut it off briefly, making it seem like a glitch. She couldn't complain without exposing herself. The next day, my sensors caught her at 2:15 p.m. I triggered 30-second interruptions, picturing her confusion as her host sputtered. Then I learned she was hosting a lavish pool party for city bigwigs, a perfect chance to strike. I built a website, pineviewtruth.com, uploading my evidence, theft videos, pool footage, and shady HOA notices. I didn't launch it yet, but prepared for impact. Evelyn spread word among trusted neighbors. Councilwoman Sarah Klein tipped me off. The city was probing HOA irregularities and flagged odd water usage in our area. Share your evidence now, she urged. The party day arrived, sunny and packed with elite guests. Laura tapped my tank to top off her pool. I let it flow, then cut it off mid-party. Tom texted, "Pool's dropping. Guests are bailing." Laura's livid. Splashing and heat had lowered the water, exposing an ugly line. When Laura tried to refill, nothing came. Toilets wouldn't flush. Her event collapsed. That night, she stormed to my door. "I know you did this," she hissed. "You've declared war." I played dumb. "Water issues?" "I've had them too. Maybe it's a neighborhood problem." She vowed legal action. 3 days later, my cameras caught 2 plumbers from a van tampering with my tank, sent by Laura with a forged work order. I called the police, arriving as they tried to rip out my valve. Laura claimed it was HOA maintenance, but the fake signature unraveled her. The plumbers admitted she'd paid cash. I added the footage to my arsenal. With Michael, I sent a legal notice to the HOA, demanding an audit and Laura's recusal. Greg called, panicked. "Laura's connected. She'll ruin you," I replied. "I've got proof. Want to go down with her?" Laura called a special meeting to evict me for covenant violations. The community center was packed. She accused me of sabotage and defamation. Michael and I presented our case, videos of her theft, forged documents, and $270,000 in shady HOA transfers to her sister's company. Greg shocked everyone, confessing, "Laura forged my signature too. She's extorted us for years." The crowd turned. Evelyn led a no-confidence vote, ousting Laura as president. She stormed out, threatening lawsuits. The city's audit, prompted by Sarah, exposed Laura's theft of 78,000 gallons, $8,000 in damages. She faced charges for theft, embezzlement, and forgery. Her pool was filled in, replaced by a community garden. At her trial, the jury convicted her in hours. The judge ordered restitution, 200 hours of drought-resistant landscaping, and a suspended sentence. Pineview's new HOA slashed fees 30% and redesigned the water system. I started a consulting firm, helping other neighborhoods fight water theft. A year later, we held a water conservation festival on Laura's former pool site. Kids splashed in a new community pool, neighbors bonded. Evelyn smiled. "You didn't just stop her. You changed us." Laura still lives here, quietly serving her sentence. We've built a transparent, fair community, proof that justice, like water, finds its way. What do you think? Was my prank on Laura's party too far, or did she deserve it? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate if playful revenge has a place in settling scores. Hit that like button and subscribe for more wild stories.